So there's no way to record in this alpha test. All the tools you need aren't there just yet. Most likely will be there. The fact that they got frame data and hitboxes in the game, if this is any give and tell, is probably going to have a lot of the, you know, up-to-date modern necessities you would expect in a training mode. It literally has a record function here, but it's not in the alpha test just yet. But in the meantime, this is how I set it up so that I can, you know, train a couple of things. You just have to have 2 controllers. I don't have 2 controllers. So instead of having 2 controllers, whenever I get something that I want from P2, which I have it on the keyboard, is I use controlling this way. But even that is not good enough. So we're going to go in here into settings, and we're going to slow down the game to about quarter speed, right? Slow down to about a quarter speed, right? So now let's just say that I want to practice the flow state in, you know, trying to do flow reversals and whatnot. So I'm going to go in here, I'm going to do Zuko's fireball or something along those lines. We'll make a save state. We'll just go down here and we'll just hit X, right? And then we go on to load the state. We just go down to here and hit X, right? That's a menu way to do it. So we're going to go to save 2 and load to save 2, right? Now let's go to this load state. Just make sure you don't hit reset, because then it'll undo everything. So now I'm just hitting load save state 2. Now we got a normal speed. I'm going to save it again. Apparently it saves the speed and the settings as well. So now it should be on point. Yeah. But let's just save it on spot 1 as well, so we can just quickly do it. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now we got a save state, so we can practice the flow reversals. So each character has different flow reversals. I think it's very character specific, these flow reversals.
You ready for a royal butt whooping, sad boy?
For chorus, he usually wants to just do forward flow. It approaches very quickly for her. And she also has options to do, so you can do her instant overhead out of it. You know, but also her down flow is also good. The slide, Sub-Zero slide, is also good for her. Toph is a character who is kind of hard because he's so stagnant in place. It's kind of hard to understand what you want to do. Now, her armor variation might be good for this. It might be especially good for doing flow reversals because it has more armor, and I believe she doesn't have any armor on her forward flow outside of that. All right, so this doesn't have armor naturally, and neither does that. Only this has armor. Only that has armor. It only has 1 hit of armor. So here's what a flow reversal will look like. That's what it will look like. But I don't think that's very good for her. I think it's more specifically a combo tool, and also just like a, you know, plan for the level 3 type of thing. Her go-to would be her downflow. Would be that right there. And there is different timings you can get, right? You can see I could give it late, or I can try to get it as early as possible. Right. And I believe that purple dot you see down there, I don't know if you can see my mouse, but I believe that purple dot is like when you are in block stun. Yeah, that's when you're in block stun. So we can get it after the first frame of block stun. Right, at any point in block stun we can get it. And see, that's what it looks like when you parry something. It's got a little green thing or something like that. And I guess that the other green thing, the solid green thing, is the flows out of it. Okay, this is different colors. But the main thing we can see that the one that looks like the Jamaican flag, the one that looks like the flag is the block stun out of Parry. So we get this differentiated based off of that. We can get that pretty close as well, right? That's 1 frame of Parry block stun, right? So it seems to be you could just get it as early as possible. As good as your timing is how quickly you can get it done. Now I'm gonna look at Zuko's in. It says he has 32 frames of recovery. Is there any way that we can tell that we can, you know, beat that timeout? Right now it says that I'm in 27 frames of recovery. Hold on. I'm trying to read this. It's not really making that much sense to me. So, if I'm reading this correctly, you naturally just recover faster than he does. Right, so on my side, you see this on the left side at the bottom, you see after the block stun, the purple thing, there's an extra right bar. That's his recovery right there. So it seems to show on both players' frame data, it shows your recovery and then it ends with the opponent's recovery. It's a bit tricky, but we can work with it. Alright, so here it says that our recovery, he's actually, Zuko's -3 off of this. Right? And it shows that on the frame data. That's cool. But here it shows on Zuko's end. You see, if I do that, it shows that with the parry, Zuko's actually +1 off of that. Because on his end, you see the white dot. That means that I was an extra frame late for him. Right, I was an extra frame slower. So parry was actually slower, and now it's about equal. So now with that action shows that I had 17 additional frames. You know, that's because I didn't cancel out of it. So let's just try to punish. That did not punish.
Are you tough enough to stop the rock?
Okay, obviously did not punish. So in order to be able to punish this, let's see. How fast can I cancel the flow? Toph's down flow is what you would want to do to cancel and do reversals out of. It's like her only good one, in my opinion. So if you're trying to play defense in that regard and try to stuff your opponent's offense or whatever fake offense they might be throwing at you, this is what you want to do and get used to doing. You want to get used to doing her down flow. It's different per character. Each character has a different axis way for doing it. It's not universal whatsoever. It's character specific. You know, to my understanding, it's character specific, right? So she has armor when she does this, so she can take at least one hit in the process. So she might be able to cancel out a bit earlier than other characters because of that. I want to see what's the quickest I can cancel this, and how fast is my super. Their super is 17 frame startup. Is that even enough time? So assuming I get a perfect frame flow reversal, by the calculations, Zuko has 32 frames of recovery on his fireball. Of those 32 frames, I have 22 frames of block stun. So we have 25 frames to work with. And one of those frames is going to be eaten by the block stun, so 24 frames. My super is 17 frames startup, not to mention travel time. So that's where it really gets a bit, you know, let's see.
Are you tough enough to stop the rock?
How much travel time? So 17 frame startup. So the reason why this isn't going to connect is the travel time. So by the time it hits, it's like an additional 17 frames. We need something faster. And we're not going to get anything faster is what I'm predicting. Because Toph doesn't have great flow reversals. They have to be up close for her. But she can do this. Toph can cancel. She can't cancel into special moves outside of ones that are built in. So she can only cancel into supers, and she can also cancel into EX moves. Weirdly enough, I don't know why, but she can. So if you do an EX, you can cancel out of her stance, out of her flow into specials. And if you parry, you can cancel out of parry into backwards flow, which is probably her fastest way to get in close. I don't know what to punish. I'm just like, you know, I'm trying to brainstorm it right now.
Are you tough enough to stop the rock?
Let's try to do pull into super.
Are you tough enough to stop the rock? Over here, rock.
It's tricky. It's tricky. You just need to just get it, period. So that was 4 frames, 3 frames late. 2 frames late. That was almost 1 frame late. Perfect. Wow, that was actually, was that even better? Holy shit. So I'm just tapping it. I'm like timing a parry now. Holy shit, is that tech? This is so hard to do. Effectively, what I just did was I reversaled frame, what do you call it? Frame 1? Frame 0? But I did it because I tapped it, right? Like, I could do that so easy. Look at this shit. It's, for some reason, it's easier for me if I tap it than if I try to hold it. Right, just keep in mind, look for the Jamaican flag looking thing at the bottom. I don't know if you can see my mouse. Can you see my mouse? You probably can't see my mouse. But just look at the bottom of the screen, right? And do some movie magic. You see that the green with the yellow stripes in the middle. That is the block stun, what it looks like when you're parrying. Or the parry block stun. If we just guard it, it looks purple. Right? What we're trying to do is eliminate that. Right? So we're eliminating the green with the yellow stripes. With the flow, the solid green at the bottom. But if we do forward flow for whatever reason, it turns blue. I don't know why. Right? The gray is Zuko's startup. The gray doesn't matter. The gray on my side is Zuko's startup. That's all him because it's accounting for both players. So that was 1 frame after block stun. That was 4 frames. 3 frames. 3 frames. 2 frames. 2 frames. I'm getting worse. That was perfect. That was perfect. So that was as fast as you can do it. That was also frame perfect too. That was also frame perfect, I think. This is such a weird meter. So when you do a flow reversal out of guard cancel, it gives you those yellow stripes. I don't understand it. I don't understand what it's trying to tell me with the colors. They're probably not done making it, but you know, all I can do is what's presented at the moment. Holy, this goes on the highs. I need to look at the I need to look at stuff. Hold up. So this is... Oh, the yellow shows you where it's immune. That's why hitboxes in fighting games should be more regulated. This is so useful. Look at this. The yellow is when what they're immune to. Starts off as a low crush and ends in a high crush, but only for a little bit. It's only a high crush for the early start.
Are you tough enough to stop the rock?
Counter hit. Oh, I just seen something else as well. So that's why parrying sometimes can give you an advantage, because look at the hurt box. This is normal, but when they parry, it expands out, so you actually catch things a bit earlier. So you might be able to punish them a bit earlier because of that. So now we'll go back to... We don't need the hitbox anymore. So now we were trying to understand the concept of this, or at least how to get this consistently, right? I feel like tapping it at the moment of impact, and then I'm going into a flow stance afterwards, pretty much immediately, right? And I'm getting consistent results. Also, because the hurt box expands, it means, I'm pretty much guaranteed to get it more consistently if I tap it. That's why, because I'm getting the expanded hurt box and I'm able to just mash out the flow stands afterwards because of that.
Are you tough enough to stop the rock? Are you tough enough to stop the rock?
I might be able to punish.
Are you tough enough to stop
Nah,
the rock?
this move is way too slow. We still need to know how quickly can we cancel out of the stands.
Are you tough enough to stop the rock?
How long is that?
Are you tough enough to
12
stop
frames? What do we make of this? So up to 25 frames that we have to work with, we have an additional 10 frames of startup. Just the startup. That's not even the move itself. And the only thing we have is our super. The super, which is already too slow. This move is too slow. This move is quick enough, but then we add in travel time. That's the problem. We add in travel time on top of it, and that's when it all falls apart. Travel time. Oh yeah, when you're up close, you get the slow-mo parry. I forgot about that. Slow-mo parry is actually better for you, right? I might just be able to super here.
Are you tough enough to stop the rock?
Nah. What is this slow-mo parry thing about? All it's really doing is throwing off my timing, but it is showing that I am recovering faster than him. But, you know, I am closer, so it only makes sense. I can't get it perfect. I can only get it one frame afterwards. The slow-mo parry, from my understanding, it does give you better timing against multiple hitting moves, where you normally might not be able to do anything about it. It kind of does slow time for you, but that's the only thing I'm aware that the slow-mo parry allows you to do. So I don't understand what this yellow thing is all about then. The yellow thing, I'm not understanding what that's all about. It's just like... I mean, do we really need the yellow thing there to tell us? It seems like the yellow is not really indicating anything other than obvious that the green is not there anymore. That right there, that just happened. I don't know if you noticed that, but I tried to go for a grab and I got parried. That's another thing that keeps happening to me, because parry and light is how you do grabs. And if you're just ever like early, rather, that's what happens. And so there were times where, like, it happened to me multiple times. I lost a couple of games because of it, where I felt the throw was coming, and so I preemptively teched, and I got a parry, and I got hit by a critical throw because they threw me out of a parry. And I'm like, man, I tried to break the throw, you know? And so it's like, I guessed correctly, but the game interpreted it as me going for a parry, and I lost because of it. That has happened to me several times. And if you want to see my inputs, I hit the throw button. This is the throw button right here, the throw macro. And that's what happens. So I'm not a fan of that. If I could pick one thing I dislike, that would be it. Let's try the heavy version. I think a lot of Zuko players do the heavy version. You know, they like to run behind it. Minus 29. Minus 29. I'm minus 29. How would we deal with this? I mean, we could just, you know, could just do that. We could just do that. Well, let's say we wanted to deal with it differently. There's no realistic way that we're coming out on top on this scenario. There's just no way we come out on top of this. Let me get the slow-mo version. So in this case, I'm actually +3. In this scenario, I can actually be plus if I do that. Not likely to happen, but this is for the sake of learning the mechanics. In this case, I'm still +2. Holy shit, that's +6. What is that? +8? That actually countered. It actually countered. It actually countered. It actually countered. Okay. Okay. Now I'm actually minus off of that. I'm -1 off of that. Yep. So that's the scenario where parry would be stronger because the parry catches it earlier. And I'm actually able to get a counter hit off of that. Why did it over? Oh my god. Okay, well, I'm going to bet. I'm going to bet. We saw the example. We saw what it did. You know, it's going to take a long while to actually know what the hell is happening. Peace out. Much love, everybody. Live session coming at you. Probably the last one of the test. Game's still fun. You know, peace and love, everybody. Peace be with. Always keep your heads up. This is Those Post Ideal. Stay cool. If you like this content, be sure to show some love, but always be sure to show that love to the people who matter to you. This is ITOwl bidding you farewell. Peace, much love, and stay cool. Deuces.
Out of the ring. The grueling battle ends with the victory of Toph. You win.
たやすい相手だ。